Hey guys, now that you know the deal with the camper, we're going to start adding some things to help protect the camper while it's being rented out. Number one on my list from the very beginning was a surge protector. And in Big Red we used a Power Watchdog, and we really love that thing. But what I wanted for this camper is a hardwired version that has a monitor mounted somewhere. So if there were issues with the power, whoever's renting the trailer could call me and say, you know, it's giving me this code and this is what's going on. I could look up the code and I could help them out. So the problem with the Power Watchdog, the hardwired version, it's not actually a problem if you own it, but it's only a Bluetooth monitor. You can pull it up on your phone and tell whatever, tell what's going on. And I just think that's a lot for someone who's renting to have to download an app and do all this other stuff. So I went with the Progressive Industries 30 amp hardwired surge protector, and today we are going to install that. I've never done this before, but I don't think it'll be too difficult, but we'll know by the end and I'll give you my experience. And if you're not ready to deal with roosters making a bunch of noise, then this could be the wrong video for you. But stick around, because hopefully we're all going to learn something together. Ridiculous. Okay, so this is the surge protector. I'm going to have to remove the top. I believe the monitor is inside of that. Of course, instructions and hardware come in the package, and this is a data cable that will connect from here to the remote mounted indicator. Now, I got a few tools here. I'm sure I'll need more, and I'll be adding those as I go. Like all of our videos, we will post all the tools used, all the items used in the description below. We are Amazon affiliates. It does help us if you purchase things from those links or purchase anything after you click the link. It is no extra cost to you guys, but it is helpful to our channel. So please do that if you don't mind. So the first step in installing this surge protector is to unhook from shore power. I've already done that outside. Also, I'm going to check the inverter, even though it shouldn't affect this, but just to be sure, the green light is not on. So we should be good to go. So next we're going to go down here to our electrical panel. We're going to have to remove this entire unit and get behind it and find the main power wires that come into the back of this. And that's what we'll be tying into today. So first of all, we're going to open this door. There are mounting holes here and here. And there are possibly others, but we'll find them. Let's see what this does. Okay, that removes the cover. And this is what it looks like behind the cover. We have your 120 side here. This is your 12 volt side. Obviously, this is where your breakers are. If you ever trip a breaker, come in here and flip it back and forth. You can do that with the cover on. And then here we have all our fuses for our 12 volt appliances or lights or whatever. And then under here is a converter. And this is what charges your battery when you're plugged into shore power. Okay, I know I disconnected from shore power, but just to be sure, I'm gonna check it again. Make sure we have nothing going through. Okay, so I mean, I've tested a few, it's dead. Okay, after another quick check with the multimeter, everything is off. So we're going to go ahead and pull this out and see what we can get into in this. Now I believe we're looking for this big orange cable here. So the reason I know, you can see where the orange cable comes in. You're going to follow the larger black wire and it goes into the 30 amp breaker. So that's your 30 amp connection that comes in from the outside. Now I just need to find out where I can mount the box. Hopefully I can mount it somewhere back there. It's gonna be hard to see with the camera. Somewhere between this vent and that other vent, there's a space on the floor. So I'll do my best to show that. It's gonna be hard to film this, but we'll do what we can. So after looking at it for a few minutes, I think my plan is to cut this orange cable. I'm gonna give myself plenty of room to have the cable outside. Hopefully I can put it somewhere in here, the box, and get everything wired up. And I was looking, and all these wires are zip tied right here. So I'm gonna cut the zip tie. And that should give me a good amount of this orange wire to work with, because it runs all the way around that corner. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this zip tie real quick and see what I got. Okay, here goes nothing. I'm going to cut the big wire. If the video ends here, you know that things didn't go as well as I hoped. And if the chickens are still going to crow though. But if it ends here, you know that we didn't really get the surge protector installed. So there goes nothing. If you see big sparks, I'll be scared as well. Probably could use some bigger pliers for this. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, we're gonna take our wire strippers. Not quite 10 gauge. Man, that's annoying. I'm gonna strip off that much, but it's like it's an in-between gauge. That's great. Okay. The input side, I believe, is here, and the output side is here, and we have to put this sensor around the cables. Seems easy enough. All right, we'll do some research on that. So our input side is going to come in here. Oh guys, loosen up a little bit. Obviously not the most room to work with. Turn the ground out there that way. Try to help hold it. Okay, this is probably not easy to see in the camera. It's not even easy to see in real life. But I am putting the positive wire, the black wire. Don't quote me on that. I'm more of a 12 volt kind of guy. It is a black wire, I know that. So put the black wire on one side, the side that is indicated. Now I'm going to install the white wire, which seems to be a little shorter, which doesn't make any sense. Okay, we're good there. I'm going to do the same on the other side, but I also need to connect this ground, I believe, to right here. Time to break out the instructions, so I don't want to be the guy that burns my camper down. So there's a ground strip that runs down the side, and obviously the grounds are going to have to be on that. So we're going to take this ring terminal. It's going to fit down on our ground. We're going to crimp that down. They supply a bolt and a nut to go through the side panel. and bolt down the ground. So we're gonna slide this screw in, work this wire around till we can get it on there. So let's jump to the other side. Should be a little easier since I've got a decent amount of wire on this end to play with. Just like last time, white will go on this side, black will go on that side. I'm gonna have to take this black wire off of here real quick. And then the sensor that is in here goes, the black wire goes through the sensor. I may have to take both off. Let's see here. Now here's the confusing part. It says the arrow on the sensor goes towards the connectors. I don't see an arrow anywhere, and it says green arrow. Well, I see this green mark. Doesn't look like an arrow to me, so I'm kind of confused on that one. Not really sure what it's talking about, but I'm gonna go with the green on that side, and I hope that'll work. I'm just not sure right now. I guess we will find out very soon if it will. Okay, sensor is on. The green part is pointing towards the lugs. I'm going to put all of it back in here, screw it back down tight, put a connector on this end. I'm going to cut it a little bit short. And then we can bolt it up, tighten everything down, then figure out what our next step is. Okay, this is what we have. It's wired up. I'm going to place the top on, screw it down. Going to tighten these up on each end. Then we're going to see if we can mount it somewhere in there. As much as I don't want to do this, I want to mount this here. I was going to mount it up further, but it doesn't really mount flush, so it fits a lot better here. I'm gonna have to run a wire out of the bottom. I'm gonna try to curl it under pretty quick and drill a hole right here. Not a lot of fun, but gotta be done to have the remote wire there. So somewhere in this area, we're gonna drill a hole. Obviously, before you drill a hole, be sure to check behind it. There's literally nothing behind this. It's a very thin panel. So we're gonna drill it right here. I'm gonna try to drill it up as high as I can so I can tuck that cord under and we won't see it as much. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna use this small piece of wood to put behind it, and that's what we'll screw to, and it should hold. So I just need to run the wire, and then I think we can put everything back in place and give it a shot. I got everything back together. I'm gonna go plug everything in. I'm gonna leave you guys here in case fire shoots out of this. Let's hope that doesn't happen though. So give me just a minute and I'll plug it in, and hopefully this will turn on and nothing else crazy will happen. I think that's a good sign. Maybe. Chicken says yes. Everything's great. Okay, so it says EO is normal operating conditions. And I believe I saw EO. Yes, there it is. 123 volts. Wow, cool. Okay. Well, guys, that's how you do it. If you want to bypass the system, you can flip the switch up to bypass the system. Obviously, I don't want to do that. So we're going to give it a shot. We'll try it out on a few camping trips, and hopefully everything will go well. If not, I will update you. I really appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to check out our other videos. We'll catch you next time.